This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby. Yes, I'm ready.
What's up, buddy?
Happy weekend Monday.
Dude, happy Eclipse Monday.
Happy Eclipse
It's
Monday.
going on right now. I went to Irwan, and as I got in my car, they go, do you want sunglasses? I went, for what? For what?
You and I are the same way.
I went, for what? They go, for the eclipse. I went, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Have a good day staring at the sun.
That's right. Yeah.
UFC, because you have to have sunglasses. UFC Trump, the last eclipse, he's all with no sunglasses, just stare at it.
You and I, the only person less sentimental than me might be you. Or who's worse?
I don't think so.
I might be the worst, right?
You're the worst by far.
Okay.
I think when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. Now, you asked me why I was walking weird.
Yeah, you're walking like...
walking a little weird. I said save it for the podcast.
Well, you're walking like you went to a P. Diddy party.
Okay, that's right.
Like
Now,
it looks like it
that's
hurts.
because the soles of my feet are a little fucked up. Now, why do you think that is? Maybe martial arts. Maybe I've been rolling, which I have been.
Was a man sucking on your feet?
No, but maybe.
Oh,
No.
bunions. At your age, bunions.
Nope. Good question.
Corns.
I got wide toe box. I'm all good. Here's what happened, Brendan, and this is bad. I had a baby. I don't know if you know that. I had a baby.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
You've been very silent.
I've had a baby now. The baby is a week and 2 days old.
You had a black baby.
All good. Asian black baby, something like that. We'll see what happens.
He's ethnic.
He's definitely dark.
He's ethnic.
He looks a lot. He's got your coloring. So we have to have a talk. When I told Sasso, I sent Sasso a picture of the baby, and he goes, "Holy shit, congrats, man! And give Danny our love." And I fucking promise we're gonna find the bastard that did this to her and have a talking with him. That's Sasso. So it was very good. My mother came to visit me. Her mother came to visit. So I have. And then I have my wife, so I've got...
And they're staying with you.
They're staying with me. So
they're in a hotel.
Two
they're
mothers.
staying at the house?
They're staying at the house. I got two moms.
So it's tough.
I got my wife. I got my wife's friend who's there always. So it's all good. A lot of women, a lot of estrogen, and then the babies. Two babies.
A lot of gossiping going on.
All that stuff that goes on.
Bitches be
crazy. There's all kinds of that.
Bitches be crazy. Chickens be clucking.
Oh,
Chickens be clucking.
Clucking.
Oh, I bet that breakfast. Like, did you hear? Could you believe?
Dude,
you know what I call it? Nonsense hour. Oh, I come downstairs. I go, oh, is it nonsense hour? Have you ever seen The Family Guy when Peter's going down when he's going down the stairs and she goes, "Peter, why don't you join our book club?" And he goes, and just kills himself. It's just her and all the girls.
Yeah.
Peter, why don't you join our book club?
They definitely think about things. Well, that baby. It's called benign neglect. I love my baby, but I'm obsessed with my 2.5-year-old because he's got a personality. And I got my daughter turned 16 today. I got my 12-year-old son. My hands are full, Daddy.
Yeah,
Cup is full. Cup is full. Now you got this little thing that does this. And then it sleeps, and then it goes, and then it shits, and then it sleeps.
Infant stage is...
It is what it is.
Especially brand new is tough.
Now, my wife and her mom and my mom, they can have that baby on them all day long. Yep. They can sit with that baby.
For sure.
And they can stare at that baby.
That's their job, though.
And they can clean that baby.
Your job.
It's your job, right? It's your job.
I do, like, Klopp loves infant stages.
All good.
I don't.
It's
not that I don't like it.
To me, but it's all good.
Klopp obsessed with the infant stage.
All good.
I like when they're like 1.5, 2 years old.
Yes.
Nothing better.
Nothing better.
Two's the cutest ever.
I'm obsessed.
Infant, they don't talk. They're cute, but it's just not.
Sure.
Your mom job. Your mom job.
That's mom job. And she can feed that baby and stare at that baby and clean that baby and coo on that baby.
And talk nonsense.
All good.
Nonsense hour.
And there's a lot of gossip going on in family drama, right? So there's
Did you hear what Aunt Mary said about you?
All that stuff.
This isn't moving the ball down the field.
So what Daddy does is Daddy will disappear. See, I disappear, and I'll get a text from my wife. Where did you go to this time? Where are you? I'm in the garage working out or just sitting.
I wish you'd lied and said, I'm in the garage working on my car. She just knows you're lying.
Right. And she does.
Yeah.
And so
I'm in the garage trying to get things worked out.
So we're gonna go to an early dinner, and we have to take two cars because my mom is now in my car, and I put infant in my car My lady, my wife, takes her mom and puts 2-year-old in her car.
Okay.
We don't have a car that fits
3.
6.
Yeah.
Not with 2 yet.
Yeah.
So, all right, meet you at the restaurant. We drive, my mom and I.
Hold on, we talking about a 5 o'clock dinner?
Talking about 5 o'clock dinner.
I like that.
Talking about 5 o'clock
I
dinner.
like
Bubba.
that.
Yep.
In and out.
We're all in,
nice
in and
little
out.
meal.
In and out.
You don't want to eat late.
Getting older, Bubba.
In bed by 9.
Getting older.
Yeah, I like a 5 o'clock dinner myself.
Thank you. Thank you. Last night I was 8:20 after I had dinner with some guys. I was like, I got to get to bed.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it is. Now, 5 o'clock dinner. My mom and I having a conversation, and they beat us to the restaurant. My wife, her mom, and my 2-year-old beat us to the restaurant. We get there. I park. My mom and I, we walk into the restaurant. They're already seated. My wife, her mom, my 2-year-old are already seated. Wave, walking toward them at the fish bar. It's called the fish bar. My wife says, "Where is my baby?"
No, B.
You're a piece of shit. You left the kid in the car. Wait, hold on. Your mom's with you?
Yeah. Now, hold on.
You should hit your mom.
Well, my mom didn't realize what I was doing when I put the baby in, and I'm not used to having a baby. Now, hold on. The horror of realizing, because the baby was quiet, and I'm not used to having a baby in my
Fell
car.
asleep probably on the drive.
The baby fell asleep.
Yeah,
The baby was already asleep.
Yeah, they love cars.
So I'm talking to my mom, and I get out because I'm thinking, and I had flip-flops on, Bubba. And when I tell you I took my flip-flops off and I ran as fast as I could, and I took some of the skin off my feet on that roadway because that doesn't matter because I got to get to my baby.
That you forgot about.
That I could get arrested for because I forgot about my child, my newborn. And you
could catch
hear
a
about
case,
this,
especially if it was hot out.
oh, dude, that's all I thought about. Now, luckily, it wasn't hot out. My baby was sleeping, but I forgot my child in the car. And when I hear that from other men, I'm like, you forgot your baby? I can't imagine. Not in a million years. Guess what?
You know why?
It was my newborn. I'm not used to having a newborn.
Sure. Full circle. Because you were partaking in nonsense hour with your mom.
I was partaking in nonsense hour. I was
And you
having a
forgot
conversation with my
about
mom.
your child.
We both I forgot about my newborn
Your
baby.
mom should feel even worse. Both of you should.
Her excuse was she didn't know I had put the baby in the car. She's 83. So she was just talking to me. She didn't see that I put the baby in the car. Because the baby was so quiet, so little, she didn't know that the baby was in the car. So if she had known, I guarantee she would never have forgotten. But she didn't realize. But old Bri forgot the baby.
You guys might just be stupid. You ever think about that? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm just stupid.
Well,
Like when I hear that, you know what I think to myself?
yeah.
You guys are stupid.
Well, you know what I do think about? I do think sometimes I've had a long time to be successful, and I've had some success, and I've had some not success. And then I see people that are always successful constantly, and I think the other day I was like, maybe they're just a little smarter. It's
Yeah.
okay. Maybe they're just a little better.
I accept that a long time ago.
They're just better at focusing, or they just more strategic, and not.
Yeah.
Not. And you know what?
Like Joe Rogan's not leaving his baby in the car.
No. Joe Rogan's not.
Elon Musk not leaving the baby in the car.
Joe Rogan is dialed down on the details, on every detail, and controlled on every aspect of the discipline. And I'm a little loosey-goosey goose.
Yeah.
Loosey-goosey goose.
Yeah.
Leaving my baby
I think
in the
we're
car.
just stupid. Just a couple of dumbasses.
in some ways,
2 Forrest Gumps.
maybe. Well, I will say this. I'm smart in very, very narrow ways, and for the most part, probably dumb as shit in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I'll admit that.
Oh, me too. I got my flaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll admit that. I also like the idea of like not having that inflated an idea of who I am. Like my image of myself has diminished a great deal, and I find it rather refreshing. It's okay. Maybe I shouldn't have a big image of myself. Maybe it's just, this is who I am. I do my best. Pretty good at stand-up comedy. I'll give myself that. Fairly coordinated. Just want to throw that in there.
That's it. Right?
Coordinated.
Yeah.
Ask me if I'm athletic.
Athletic? Damn right.
I'm coordinated.
Yeah,
Coordinated.
I know how to move around.
Brian's coordinated.
I don't
Brian
know.
hustles. Brian will hustle.
Right, he'll work.
He'll work. He picks up on
That's how they describe every white NBA basketball player. He'll work now.
Yeah.
That means he's not as athletic as the rest of
I
fellas.
was so pissed Caitlin lost.
I did watch the game. I did watch the game.
I didn't
A little
watch it.
relieved it's over, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I did watch the game.
Well, I was at dinner with a guy who's a big sports fan. As we were walking out, they were showing the celebration, and he just went. He walked out and he goes, "Just can't get into it. Just can't." He knows everything about.
I saw my brother, like we had it on the semifinals, and my dad was over, and it was driving me nuts because they would do like a regular layup or pass. My dad would go, "Oh my god, fantastic! What? Oh wow!" I'm like, I went, "Hey,
That's
take it." I went,
annoying.
hold on, take it down a notch. That's just a basic bounce pass. You want me to turn on the Nuggets versus the fucking Clippers real quick? Take it down a notch. I know we got to be
too
all like
enthusiastic.
Yeah. I mean, hey, no one's gonna. There's no CNN here. No one's filming this.
Yeah.
Oh my lord! Did you see that? I'm like, a layup?
Hey.
Who are you doing this for?
Yeah. Did you see that I think it was the women's.
She's a baller, though. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
God
she's a
damn,
badass.
she
I
good.
watched her doing like drills and practicing.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch that, but she definitely like took it to a whole nother level that makes you tune in. Like I don't watch men's college basketball, to be transparent. I don't give a shit about the men's. Sure as fuck don't give a about the girls.
Yeah.
She was such an outlier. I was
an
like,
outlier.
I gotta see what's going on here. And boy, did she show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now I watch the game without her.
You don't care.
No. I'm gonna watch basketball at the highest level.
Yeah.
I need to see some dunks. Oh, dude, you'll appreciate this. Dad lesson. So Tigers, I sent you a picture of T at the game, right? So he's been doing well, and then he just started pitching, and they had him starting pitcher and then batting fourth, right? So he's like a little Otani. And his mom knows baseball. Her side of the family, like, sleeps and lives. They know baseball. Her brother went very far in baseball. They went to all his games, travel. They know baseball. And when Tiger first started pitching, Joanna goes, he doesn't like pitching. I was like, what are you talking about? And I'm a coach there too, so I just go. I just go. They want Tiger to pitch, and then they had him start. He's always like loves playing baseball, and then he would show some signs. We're like, dude, just throw it down the middle. What are you doing? Let's go here. And then yesterday at the game, I was like, hey, you're going to close out the game, man. We need you. Let's go. And you can tell his like demeanor's a little different. I'm like, oh, that's weird. So where he does things, strikes out 3 guys, but he's like his mood is awful. His attitude's awful. And that's not like him. Like, what the fuck? And even the coach is like, what's going on with him? I'm like, I don't know, man. So then goes in for the second inning, throws a strike, but he threw over at this level. He threw over like 60 pitches, so I have to take him out. But his attitude's awful. I couldn't figure out. So the worst you've ever seen. I'm like, that is not my son. What the hell's going on there? And then we get back, and I'm talking to him, and I was like, T, I don't get it, man. Like, you haven't been pitching that long, and you can pitch, dude. Like, most kids can't throw strikes. You're striking kids out. How are you not excited about this? And he was like, I don't know. And I don't know if he didn't want to like.
Or maybe he didn't understand what was going on with himself.
He did. Well, the thing is, and what I realized last night is, I was missing the signs. He doesn't like pitching. But I was like, no, do it. Like, the team needs you. You're going to do this. So that's on me. Then B, and he said this. He goes, just because I'm good at something doesn't mean I have to do it.
Damn.
Yep. Big boy statement.
Damn.
And I was like, but you do, right? No, I didn't say that. And then, but C, what I realized is he doesn't know how to, he doesn't know how to deal with failure. And when I think back on all the stuff we've done, so jiu-jitsu dominated right away. Dominated. Gifted, right? Nobody beat him ever. They took everybody down. Football, undefeated. Never had any issues. MVP, no issues at all. Baseball, he's only 8 months in. Made the all-star team, made a travel team, MVP of the team. Didn't know how to fail. Now it's different, a little more competitive. He's never pitched before. A lot of that he's gotten off with his athletic ability. He's put a lot of work in. Pitching, you can't. You just because you're big, strong, and faster.
Pitching gets yourself some ways too.
But pitching is, you got to have the mechanics, and he doesn't have those tools. So when he throws a ball, or he's down on the count, he doesn't know how to manage it. So he's getting really frustrated, and like there's so much pressure.
Yeah,
and he just, And I was talking to the head coach last night, and he's like, dude, he just laughs nonstop. He's the life of the team. He has so much fun. He's hitting home, doing his thing. And he goes, if you've noticed this season, he's not smiling as much. He's like, the only thing that's changed is pitching. I was like, all right. So then last night, T was just about to go to bed. I woke him up and went, hey, buddy, because we had this long talk about his attitude. And I just told him, I said, hey, you're not going to pitch anymore. And he was so relieved.
Wow.
And I couldn't sleep. I felt so bad. I'm like, how did I not see this?
It's all right. Because you don't know until you know, until he
threw
shows
signs.
You,
I think everybody else could see it, but I think because of the level of sports I played, I'm like, no, do it, dude. Like, this is what we need.
Grind through.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep just because I was like, how did I not see these signs? I felt bad. And then, but also from where I come from in sports, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be tough. You figure it out. But at 8, when it's taking the fun out of it, like the reason we do it is because he has fun doing it.
Right.
If he didn't have fun, we'd stop. But I felt awful.
Well,
I apologized to him this morning.
Though until sometimes it's really easy to miss those signs.
I think part of the problem is because I'm so close to him, I'm always with him and with the team, and so.
So you didn't see the signs, and I left my kid in the car. So that's how it is. You didn't see that your kid hated pitching, and I left my child in the car alone in a locked car. So
that's terrible.
You know what I mean? So it's
so bad.
It's just being a bad dad.
Shit.
Bad dad day. It's bad dad Monday. It's bad dad Monday. That's what it is.
I think you take the cake on this.
And now I have no skin on the bottom of my feet.
But we got a good dad calling in. He is a father. And listen, it is UFC 300 week. Saturday is the epic UFC 300. So we decided to send the bat signal out and call up our boy Suga Sean to give us some picks.
I'm so excited.
Break down
Suga
300.
Sean O'Malley, greatness.
Let's see what he thinks.
The great one.
Let's take a little break, dude. Did you see me when I go to Erewhon? I'm not taking my car,
dude. Electric bike.
Isn't it cool? Looks sweet. I get a lot of compliments.
Not electric, but the electric bike. That is a beautiful bike.
Yeah, and I got the big boy one.
What's it cost? About $4,000?
No, dude. It just depends, but they can start at just $799. That's right, with the XP Lite. That's right. Discover e-bikes. That's LECTRIC ebikes.com. Get out there this spring. Enjoy the weather. Recapture the magic of riding a bike. Kind of, because it's electric bikes, e-bikes. You go a lot further without just burning your legs out. You can go so much further. Yeah. I fell in love with it. The touch.
Well, it gets this one, the electric bike gets out over up to 150 miles on one charge, which is pretty awesome.
I still haven't charged this thing. I use it every day.
And I know, you use it every day. You can finance this thing as low as $49 a month, by the way. And that's huge. It's got durable features and accessories for added safety.
They're super easy to figure out. Anybody can ride it. All right. They got a variety of models designed to make it better for you, for all riders.
It's zippy too, fast.
Getting started with e-bike adventures is easier than ever. It ships free, has quick. We set mine up in literally 2 minutes here. The boys and I did. It's foldable. It's easy to travel with. The storage is super easy if you want to ride it to work. Same safety regulations and road access as regular bikes. So I'm all over the road safely. I'm all over the road.
Go to electricebikes.com. That's LECTRIC EBIKES. So electricebikes.com. And
go full throttle into the spring with electric e-bikes, the #1 selling e-bikes in the nation. That's LECTRIC ebikes.com.
And please mention if Fighter and the Kid sent you in the post-checkout survey.
Fucking bright, fellas. Can hardly see a goddamn thing.
There you are. There you are. Can you hear us okay? Yeah, I can hear him.
Oh, yeah. I can hear you. Okay. I can fucking hear you. Just can't see it because my fucking so bright out.
Well, I like that you have the bob in the background there. That's where you train. That's where you hone your greatness on that bob, that rubber bob back there.
Yeah, I beat the fuck out of that thing every once in a while.
You might be the only world champ that trains on the bob.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I hit it with some secret shit.
Really?
The fuck we had to call for my dad for? Does he not know I'm busy?
Jeez, dude.
Come on,
such
Dad.
A star. Everybody wants a piece of you. Is that where you practice your double secret kung fu techniques?
Usually at night, I hit it with some KO stuff, like some secret shots that I'd like to land in the fight. Just kind of hit it with like a little 2-piece, 3-piece, and then
damn.
Some secret sauce.
Where is your ultimate sensei? Where is your master? Does he live on top of a mountain somewhere? Because I know Tim obviously is your guy, but you're throwing some crazy secret shit out there, and that.
Yeah, we just fucking. You know what? I'm trying to get Tim. I'm buying 2.5 acres behind my house right now, and I'm building a compound. So Tim's we're gonna live on the same property. It's gonna be fucking epic.
Well, that'd be sick.
Ooh, I like that.
Are you any big plans for 300, Suga? They got you going out there?
Yeah, I'm going out there. I'm doing an after party at Zook at in Resorts World. So I'm doing an after party. So I'm going to go to the main card, go to the fights, and then head over there.
Just the main card. You're not going to be there for the prelims. There's some tasty prelims.
There is. I'm going to enjoy those from my hotel bed, though. There's two. You know how it is being at the fights. Fucking 30 hours between fights.
It's a long night.
It is a long night. On TV, or when you watch it, you go at home or at the hotel, wherever you go, walk around, get a little snack, something. But the fights, you just fucking sit there.
Do you get nervous? Is it like a lot of energy for you when you go to the fights? No.
Actually, I definitely get more like anxiety or more nerves when I'm at the fights when I'm not fighting. 100%.
Right.
There's a feeling you get like, holy fuck, I do this. It's weird, but when I'm there and it's my night, I've prepared. And I'm confident, and it's no nerves, but yeah, it's definitely more nerve wracking watching, being there, thinking like, what the fuck, I do this shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, when you're in the seat and you realize like that's your job, because I think the night of the fight you can at least control some of it. When you're just sitting there, and you can smell like the blood in the air, like people want to see blood. You're like, oh my god, this is so intense.
It feels like it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Like
the UFC.
Yeah, especially if you're like a champion. Like you become more and more famous. It gets bigger and bigger. Like everybody in Hollywood knows who you are. Yeah.
More pressure.
Yeah.
For you, Suga, as far as the next fight goes, obviously you looked amazing against Chito. I think your best performance to date. You just keep getting better.
You said he showed greatness. Like
greatness, pure greatness.
You realize he's not just good. He's great.
Yep. The hype is. I think that kind of stopped that in its tracks. So anyone who's questioned any of that.
Yeah, you do some magic shit in there. It's ridiculous.
Go ahead.
I knew I was going to do that against Chito. I feel like that's literally how the first fight would have played out. Like that's how me versus Chito plays out. I'm faster than him. I'm better than him. So the first fight was going to play out just like that. It obviously played out the way I beat Chito. 9.5 times out of 10. He beat me that halftime ish, and So, but yeah, I do feel like it was good to go 5 rounds and kind of prove to the people that I'm. For some reason, it's like, God, people can't wrap their head around that I am that good. So it's like, okay, he's good, but only for 3 rounds. He can't do 5 rounds. And then I do, and they're like, well, he can't grapple. Let's throw Merab at him. So it's fun.
And
fun
Suga, you were calling out Topuria, right? And then you changed your tune, maybe because the fan backlash, everyone wants to see you fight Merab. Like, where are you at on it?
Yeah, it's funny. I was calling out Ilia. Now I've accepted, okay, Merab's next, and now it's eventually going to be, So if I quit calling out Ilia, now it's gonna be, the narrative will be I'm ducking Ilia. It's just funny how that works.
Never ends.
It was I'm ducking Merab. Like Merab's a tough fight
for anybody.
Like that's a very tough fight. But Ilia's a scary fight. I was calling out the scarier guy. You guys tell me, like, I'll fight Merab over Ilia all day. I mean, sign me up. I'm not.
See, when you called out Ilia, I co-signed that. I said that's the fight. I like the fight just because the magnitude of it. You're both superstars, both champs. You go over to Spain. Like, do we hate money and views? Like, I was all for it. But obviously, people are like, well, no, Merab earns it. He's next. I get that. But when it comes to rankings and what people deserve, but as far as a business, if I'm Dana, I'm doing you, Ilia, in fucking Spain, and it's one of the biggest fights ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Hunter and them about that, and they're like, man, Spain's like, that's going to take a while to actually be able to figure out the logistics of that. So that's not like a fight you can just kind of make, in 6 months. So I'm good with the Merab fight. I think the chances of me and Ilia to continuing to win and then facing off while we're both champs aren't as high. I mean, I definitely feel like I can go out there and do what I need to do against Merab. Ilia, I'm sure he can go out there and do what he can do, what he needs to do against whoever. But a lot of things have to play out. It's like you could make that fight right now. It's champ versus champ. I knocked out the greatest bantamweight. He knocked out the greatest featherweight. Like, you can make that fight happen now. But you risk one of us losing and losing that fight. And, there's not a lot of mega super fights you can make in the UFC at all times.
That's what I'm saying. Do it now. You do it now because they're both champs. And again, it's tough, man. We have no idea what's going to happen. So it could be one of those fights we always talk about because, certain things happen. You just don't get it.
Right.
So I'm in the mindset of, no, do it now. You don't have to be in Spain. Do in Vegas. Do in Arizona.
Right. Is the thing when you think about Merab, is the thing you think about the most, is the forefront of your brain, is his cardio, or is it his the kind of wrestling he's doing that maybe is hard to get first looks at, like in comparison to a lot of American wrestlers or where you're training? Like he's coming at you with a different kind of wrestling, or yay or nay, or is it more his gas tank?
We have such good partners at Tim's gym that like I'm not really worried about that. I'm not going to be able to find someone that can wrestle like Merab or better than Merab. So I'm not really worried about that. The pace he brings is high, but Chito is kind of known for Chito's got crazy pace too. But so I don't know. I don't really stress about it. I'm just going to go out there and do what I do. I feel like I'm good at not overthinking these fights. I just go out there, train as hard as I can, show up in the, for me, it's like showing up in the best shape. My skill versus his skill, not a lot's going to change in the next however many weeks. It's going to be who's going to be in better shape, who can implement their game plan. My game plan is to shut him down, snipe him. His game plan is to, get inside, get a hold of me. That was Aljo's game plan too. That didn't work. So, it's going to be who can implement their game plan the most. It's going to be harder for him to find someone that can emulate me rather than me to find, short wrestlers. That's not, he is a good wrestler. He's got good MMA wrestling.
Yeah.
We got really, really good guys that I'm training with that aren't necessarily, in the eye and the, people, I can name them, but then people are going to be like, oh, you're training with him.
Right.
Oh, he froze. Is that
froze.
on our side or his?
His side.
Sean, you froze. It's a good freeze, though. It looks good.
Yeah, his hair's pretty glorious.
Fantastic hair.
It must be getting hot in Phoenix. My phone fucking froze. It said it was too hot. But I had 2 phones.
Damn, you got 2 phones.
You rich. Rich.
You rich.
Yeah,
You rich.
I've had 2 phones, baby. That Verizon plan.
Hey, what did you think of Merab's performance against Cejudo? Obviously, you watch it, great performance, but I was trying to think if I was in your shoes, when you look at it, on the feet, there were some opportunities where a guy like you could take advantage of it.
Nope. Yeah, I thought it was. I watched it live. Obviously, I went there for Ilia versus Volk to kind of see if something happened. But yeah, I watched it live. I went and rewatched it after, and it was decent. Henry's like 39, 38, 45. I don't know. Henry's old. He cracked Merab.
Yep.
Henry supposedly didn't have a great camp. Merab beat him in a decision, lost the first round. So it wasn't like a crazy, beautiful performance by any means. The issue is he's just durable and he's got a gas tank. Sounds like the last guy fought, different styles, different, problems to solve. But, I did this 4 weeks ago. Durable guy, good gas tank. Like I can stay focused for 25 minutes and implement my game plan. I know I'm hard to take down. I know I'm hard to get a hold of. I know I can knock anybody out. So I like the matchup. I'm definitely haven't been ducking Merab. He just wasn't an interesting fight when he was 5-0, 6-0. It's like all those are decisions. It's not like he was never popular. He's doing a really good job on social media. He's won 10 fights in a row. He's boring long enough to now where he's exciting. He's
done a great job kind of getting attention.
Yeah.
Like his social media has really stepped up, which is smart for especially a guy with his style. Like he kind of figured out a lane that people like.
But I feel like he almost has to get close in. He's so much shorter. He cannot in any way try to stand and bang with you.
And he knows that.
A disaster.
Yeah, he knows that.
He's got to be his face has got to be in your chest, and he's got to try to get you down. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long or short night for him.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a short night for him if I had to guess. But I literally every single fight I knock people out early, but I always prepare for the fight to go to the distance. I've never ever trained and thought I'm just gonna knock this guy out. I don't need to. I always prepare. The most terrifying thing for a fighter is gassing out in the fight. That's the worst. That's the worst fear from any fighter is just gassing out and getting your ass whooped. It's horrible. So I prepare. Like every fight's going to go the distance.
What I get a kick out of is people think because you're so colorful and you just have such a great flair that they mistake that sort of playful energy for the idea that maybe he's not that disciplined. And I don't think they realize how hard you work and how smart you work and the kind of people you have around you that you keep around you that, like when I went back to see you when we did that podcast, like what you've built out there is beautiful. Like that whole complex is like, it's night and day. And I was just like, these motherfuckers just keep getting better. They keep growing. They keep building this network of excellence around them. And it's all because of you and Tim. You guys just have, you're the engine and the consistency.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, Tim's, I mean, that's all Tim's credit for building that community he's built out there, doing this gym. Tim's always wanted, even when he was trying to get in the UFC, still wasn't really my coach at the time. Like, we were living together, he was still training. His main goal is like, I want to own a gym. I want to, you know, own a jiu-jitsu school. And, you know, that was 9 years ago. And for him to, you know, now it's the gym's every single practice. I'm like, dude, you need a fucking bigger gym. And he's got 2 rooms and a coffee shop. I'm like, it's just outgrowing it. And then we got the recharge center where we get organic meals. We got the recovery center. There's cold plunges, sauna. Like,
it's amazing.
Yeah, Tim's really kind of built that community. So,
and he did it all with red hair. You know, he did it all with fucking red hair.
Weird.
He did it all as a true ginger, which
you never trust redheads.
They don't. You can't trust them. They don't live that long. The sun will fuck him up in Phoenix, and he does it all. Yep. He does it all.
You can't trust redhead,
right?
Hey, Sugar, looking at the 300 card, is there anything that sticks out to you? I'd like your thoughts on Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje.
There's a jet flying over. Let me mute it for a second.
Maybe Calvin Kattar, Aljamain Sterling.
Whatever you want.
I think Brendan's like, well, you can ask him whatever you want, but I think a lot of these guys are going to have a very general opinion about.
I've only interviewed 5,000 fighters. Right. I know how this goes.
Well, Calvin Kattar and Aljamain Sterling, I mean, you fought the man, so that's an interesting question.
Yeah, I think, you know, if Aljo go in there and get a hold of him, you know, he very, very well could take him down, submit him. Like, that's Aljamain is next level. He's a next level of grappling. So if he can go in there and grab a hold of him and get him where he wants him, you know, I think that's Aljo's fight all day. But Calvin's a good boxer with good wrestling defense. I think, damn, I forgot that fight's on the card.
Yeah, I want to see Aljo without the weight cut. Like, Aljo's a beast.
Calvin Kattar's a beast.
I know. I heard he's still eating like shit, though. He's like eating pizza and stuff. And he's like, he can because he's, you know, doesn't have to cut as much weight. But, you know, that's not how it works. But I am curious with him going up to 45 and seeing how that turns out. That's not on the main card, right?
No, there's a prelim, ESPN prelim. I mean, the card's freaking stacked, dude. When that's your second fight, Geary and Racket is the main event for the prelims, and that kicks off with Bo Nickel, Cody Brundage. With Bo Nickel took some heat, right? Because his placement on the card, everyone's all upset. It's like, I mean, clearly the guy, you know, deserves the hype. You know, Bo Nickel's a freak, man. They're just trying to showcase him.
Yeah, that jet loud as fuck for you guys or not too bad?
No,
not too bad.
Can't hear it.
Yeah, I remember getting a little bit of shit too when I started fighting, you know, early on in my career, being on the main card. Not a ton, but it's like, and Bo's saying everything I said before. It's like, you don't get paid anymore. I would rather fight early. If I'm not the main event, I don't give a fuck where I'm at on the card. Let me be the first prelim so I can get this done with, and then, you know, and enjoy the rest of the fucking day. I don't care to be on the main card if I'm not main event, to be honest. Like that, I never really cared. And he's kind of in the same boat there, but you know, it is what it's a fight. 15 minutes for those guys that it's get wherever it's at on the day. Doesn't really matter for the fighters.
But I feel like Bo and you were a little similar where there was hype behind you guys. Then people thought you guys were getting like, you know, certain privileges and stuff like that. It's like, but this isn't any league. Like in the NFL, the first round draft pick, the number 1 pick, yeah, he's going to get more airtime. People are going to care more. Like that's the guy who's going to carry the organization, you know, into the future. There's a reason why the UFC invested, you know, marketing resources into you. There's a reason they're doing it with Bo Nickel. Like they see the talent and they know where this king goes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to win. There's been a bunch of guys that were kind of had that same push or privilege or whatever, you know, and they don't go out there and put on the performances and do what I've been able to do fight after fight after fight. I think I've had like 12 fights in the UFC, never lost a fight. And so I've been able to continue to steadily do that. My last 3 fights, Peter Yan, Aljamain Sterling, Chito Vera, 3 killers, 3 tough dudes.
Murderers.
Yeah, so, you know, but
that's what's
it is
crazy.
What it is.
Hey, Sugar, your thoughts on Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje? When I first heard it, I was like, oh, I hate this for Max. The more I sit on it, the more I think, I'm like, If Max uses his footwork, he's a better boxer, lighter on the feet. I could see him winning in a decision. If he doesn't, exchange too much with Justin, I could see him pulling it off.
Yeah, I'm just curious because Max says his main goal is, 45-pound champ. It's just like, especially with Ilia champ now, it's like, what's the point of this fight? The BMF title, I would almost bet my fucking left nut that you're not getting any pay-per-view points. You're not getting any more. You might get an extra 50,000 of them. And even if that, I would be surprised. But so I don't really know what the point is, other than it is a big fight, but it's not a main event. It's not, you're not getting pay-per-view points. So I'm curious. He's putting on weight to go up to 55. So I don't know. I think the fight itself, though, is like, goddamn, Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. Like, Justin looks so good.
Yeah, he did.
Rafael's a different style than Max. Max is obviously longer, good kickboxer. Max is a good size 55er. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think I don't really think when Max fought Dustin, Max did definitely look a little bit smaller. I feel like it was a few years ago. I feel like Max put on weight. I feel like Max is going to go out there, have a good performance, and probably stay at 55. So I don't think it's going to be a weight difference too much. Skill for skill, that is such a sick fight. I feel like those guys are pretty equal. Toughness, those guys are maxed out on the charts. Speed, yeah, I don't know. That is an interesting fight.
Power,
Max still's never
power. Power could be the difference.
Justin has more power.
Yeah, but Max just has to not exchange like he did with Dustin Poirier. Because Max would land 3, Dustin lands 1. You can see the damage on Max's face.
Fuck yeah! That fight I'm excited for. That'll be very interesting. I'm excited to be cage side for that. That's a fight that kind of you sit in the stands, you're a little nervous for. You're like, oh shit, these guys are fucking killers. So very excited for that. If I had to do a prediction, man, I feel like I never actually end up making predictions because I know how the fight game goes, and I'm just like, it's a fucking coin flip. Who had a better camp? Who shows up better that night? Who lands?
MMA is the worst to pick. You have better odds.
Yeah, but
NFL.
with the Charles Oliveira Arman
Ooh, forget about that one.
Because he's like, I didn't realize Tsarukyan was 5'7". I didn't know he was that short. And then Charles is tall. Yeah. And Charles has got great stand-up. Obviously, his jiu-jitsu is great, but that Arman Tsarukyan is as close to Islam Makhachev as a wrestler as it gets in that division. And you could make a comparison. This is a little bit like the Suga Sean Merab fight in a way. Like if you were in, obviously there are big differences. I really do consider you to be greatness, but I'm saying Charles Oliveira is no slouch. He's amazing. If you're in Charles Oliveira's camp, how does he deal with that wrestling? That Armenian
his striking
slash
is a lot
Dagestani.
better Merab's.
His striking, Tsarukyan?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Way
Great
better,
striking
way better
too.
Merab's.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Nightmare in general.
Yeah, the thing about Charles' wrestling, it's like I think he just accepts going to his back too easy, which it's hard. Like you just can't. You got to make these motherfuckers earn it, even how dangerous he is off his back. It's like you just can't give up that because then you risk ending the round there. You risk them getting, he got head and arm choked by his. You just cannot. What am I fucking giving Charles Oliveira advice? I just don't think you want to give up, going to the ground too easy. Make them fucking earn it. But while you do that, it's like you also risk, gassing yourself out, wrestling hard as fuck. But it is only 3 rounds. Yeah. It only is 3 rounds. So Charles kind of comes out there hot, Goddamn, that's a sweet fight too. That's got to be on the main card, yeah.
That's the main card. Yeah, that's second on the main card. Then the main event.
Okay, right after Bo.
The main event, Alex Pereira and Jamahal Hill. I usually, and it would be a toss up. My only caveat with this one is, remember Jamahal Hill blew his Achilles heel out 8 months ago?
9, about 9, maybe 10.
Yeah,
now.
9.
It's short. It's a short comeback, right?
9.
How much time?
And then also you got to remember the way Jamahal Hill fights. All his power. He's not like a Suga or a guy that's using a ton of footwork and bouncy. He's very plotty, and he uses the power of that hand to generate the force from that heel that the Achilles connected to. So he's gonna be putting torque on that freaking heel. It gives me anxiety.
Especially, me too. Especially with Pereira going out there kicking his calf like that. I mean, that fucking Achilles not far from where that calf kick lands, and that's gonna be. Lands 3 of those, and then he explodes off a right hand. But, Tim tore his Achilles 4.5 months ago, and that motherfucker, he did everything right. He was eating clean, did stem cells. He was, he did the peptides. He did the he's just done everything right. And he's back to training pretty much. He still can't explode off, but I think Jamal probably did everything right. I know for a fact Tim did, and he's feeling pretty good 4.5 months out. But I mean, to get into a fight camp for 5 rounds. 9 months out
against Alex.
Oh man!
Now the one thing,
if he goes, go
ahead. What I was going to say, the one thing Alex has, the one thing Alex has is, he's not a traditional boxer, so he doesn't have the same head movement. So with those Muay Thai guys and kickboxing guys, their head's very stationary. Yes. And Jamahal Hill, he throws that 1-2 down the fucking pipe.
Correct. And
so I do think he can take advantage of that with Alex. But
my thing also, Jamal, don't sleep on Jamal's kicks. Jamal kicks his ass off. He wobbled Glover Teixeira with a head kick. He throws low kicks. He throws front kicks. He throws as many kicks as he does punches. I went down the rabbit hole this weekend and watched it
with Alex.
But I
bet you don't see as many.
He throws those heavy kicks and then he follows in with punches.
That'd be a bad idea.
Well, because he gets checked or what?
I mean, literally, you're playing right into Alex's game.
Right.
He wants you to kick.
My thing about this is this. Jamal, what I noticed also is that he tends to, I don't know if it's a habit or whatever, he tends to lean forward over his front foot. And if he does that with Alex is going to kick that calf into kingdom come. I've never seen him really check kicks. And Alex does that weird up kick. It's this weird Dutch thing. He doesn't even turn his body over. He just kicks. That shit is going to weigh on him. My guess is he's going to try to do that and time it so he punches him in the grill every time he throws that kick. But that's a tough, that's a tall order.
Anxiety. That fight gives me so much anxiety.
I think Jamahal Hill, I believe Jamahal Hill knocks him out.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Really?
I do, because I think Alex tends to, if you watch him, even if he's mid-distance, when he closes, he's throwing heavy, but his hands are down. They just are. I don't understand it. I know he's a great fighter, but that is a fact. It's why he got knocked out against Izzy. I see him do that. I've seen him in practice when he does that. He does get caught in the grill because he keeps his hands down. And it's so interesting to me. Now, part of it might be he's trying to bring you in so he can counter, but I don't know if that works against Jamahal Hill. Jamahal Hill throws that 1-2 down the pipe and you're going to sleep. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Jamal's grappling is super underrated for him. Alex looked pretty good against Blachowicz as far as just like not getting submitted, but he was able to get held down. He was able to, get controlled on the ground. Jamahal Hill is dangerous on the ground. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jamal kind of came in there and wanted to grapple a little bit more, especially with that Achilles, especially knowing how dangerous the head is. That left hook he hit Yuri with wasn't even that hard. Wow. It was short. It was boom. Like, you don't want to play that game. Jamahal Hill has the same power too, but I also think he gets a lot more advantage on the ground. It's like, why risk it? So after that fight, I wasn't as excited because I was expecting, Conor Habib 2 or Islam versus Leon, or I was expecting something fucking crazy. So when they first announced it, I was like, But the closer it gets, the more excited I've gotten, which tends to happen with a lot of fights. So, and I'm excited. They've got to be announcing something for that at that press conference or at the weigh-ins or something.
They're going to announce Conor. They're going to announce Conor Chandler International Fight Week end of June.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been pushing for the Sphere for me. September, the Sphere. That's what I've been wanting. But I do want to ask Hunter and Dana when I see them this weekend. Like, I know that Sphere is a weird arena, weird setup. It's like, if that's a small cage, count me out. I am not fighting in a small fucking cage.
Oh, that's so important, brother. Especially for what you do. Like, I don't care, where it's at. You got to have that bigger cage. Guys don't take it in consideration. Especially
what's the
for
size difference? What's the size difference?
44% bigger.
What?
Yeah, it's like twice the
that's
size.
huge.
I remember Corey Sandhagen saying something. He said I was just projecting my fears about fighting in that cage, and it's not that big of a difference or something. But
it's
I'm
huge.
like, fuck, I thought Corey was pretty smart. Must not be. But it's like that's like the NBA saying, let's just play half court this weekend. It's like, what the fuck? That's like a completely different game. So I don't even know why they have a small cage. It should be big cage only. It's small cage is so dumb.
The Apex is the smaller cage, I assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we used to fight, if we had to fight at the Palms, it was always a smaller cage. So when I fought Roy Nelson, I realized it was a smaller cage. I was like, damn, because it's heavyweights. You take one step forward and you're in the middle of the cage. Yeah. One step back and you're back to the cage. It's a disaster.
Jesus.
I'm ordering a big size. I got my warehouse built out here, 4,000 square foot. I'm getting a big size cage sent to me right now. And because it's hard to even train in them. It's hard to find gyms that have them because they're so fucking huge.
Yep. How's that new ride that you were gifted from Mr. Ross?
My donk? Yeah, my 1975 Chevy. It's fucking badass. It's fun. My daughter loves it. I go in there, sit her in the little seat and bounce it up and down. It's pretty funny. But yeah, that was a crazy gift.
Crazy gift. Let me ask you this. Do you have to pay the taxes on it or does he take care of that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll pay the taxes on it. It's not too worried about it, but
still a cool gift. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Who gave you the gift?
I know. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Adin Ross. This streamer. He's a kick streamer. He streams IRL, does streams with people, and just kind of it's interesting.
Yeah, he's very famous for it.
Did you see my fight versus him and his buddy?
No.
Fucking hilarious. You gotta go. It's on my YouTube. I posted the whole fight. It's me versus Adin the first round, then me versus Adin and his buddy the second round or third round or whatever it was. It is fucking hilarious. If you want to get some good LOLs, watch that.
Did you just light them up or what? Did you Sean Strickland them and beat the shit out of them or what?
No. I took care of him. I mean, I made him look silly, but I took care of him. I'm not. See, I got backlash from that. People are like, oh, Sneeko deserved it. I'm like, bro, if you're a trained fucking killer, like, how could you beat the shit out of someone that doesn't know what they're doing? Even if they're talking shit, like, hit him in the body, hit him with the liver shot, make him go, oh fuck, take him down, put their head in the mat, fucking tickle their fucking feet, make him call you daddy. Don't punch him in the fucking head and give him a concussion.
Right.
Agree.
That was a little much. He did. He kind of just turned it on. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, come on, take it easy.
Yeah, savage.
You know,
called CTE. Ever heard of it?
Agreed. Well, Sugar, you're the best, man. What's the rest of the day look like? You're just chilling, training? What's going on here?
Being the king?
Yeah, I trained hard as fuck this morning. Got some good grappling in, some good mitts in this morning at the gym. I'm gonna, just enjoying that. It's fucking beautiful out right now. I'm just getting some sun on my tits. I'm gonna go play some Call of Duty for about 3 hours and then just kind of chillax for the rest of the day. I might go pop by the gym this afternoon. But yeah, no real plans. Just kind of going with the flow.
Speaking of flow, I appreciate you bringing into me to your flow session, you and Tim. And I just want you to know I started rolling again. So I'm just saying.
Anytime, brother.
When I come back out, maybe we can flow. God,
Are you guys in LA right now? Is that where the setup's at?
Yeah, LA.
Yeah. Any plans to come out here?
Fuck, dude. I literally haven't been out there in so long. It's so I don't know what it is. Now that at this point I just haven't been traveling much, and I just been enjoying not traveling, especially with a 3-year-old.
Yeah, that's better.
It's better. You're not missing a damn thing.
If I'm out, I'm like, what the fuck? I just like nothing really seems as enjoyable. Just knowing I could be, at least at home, even if I'm gaming on Twitch for 3 hours, play. Like, as long as Elena's home, go give her a kiss, see what she's doing. She's painting, just being around her. Like, it's hard for me to travel.
You're grown up, brother.
You're growing up, dude.
You're grown up. You work so hard, so you don't want to go anywhere else. You want to chill, man. That's why you built this dope ass crib.
100%. Life's a vacation. It's been, training, recover, Call of Duty, being a dad. It's like that's fucking full time. That's plenty of shit to do throughout the day.
Do you have to eat a certain way? Are you really strict with your diet? Or no?
Right now, this is the cleanest I've eaten after. I eat clean like all the time, but this is the cleanest I've eaten after a fight, just because I go and eat shitty, and then my back starts to kind of hurt, and then I go and train, and I tweak something. Now I'm dealing with this injury, and my training sessions aren't as good. So I've been eating really clean, even out of camp right now, just to be able to get more out of each training session. Like, Merab's a fucking killer. I don't know how much longer I got in this game. Longevity's on my mind all the time. So I'm trying to eat good and really get the most out of, training. And, I want to go on a run for a few more fights and then, call it when it's time.
Love it, brother. We appreciate you, man. Enjoy that weather. Yep. Enjoy your daughter and that sweet ride you got now.
Tell Uncle Tim we say hi.
Yep.
We love him.
Oh, I will.
All right, buddy. You're the best.
All right, boys.
All right, brother.
Peace out.
Later, champ.
See you, pal. Thanks.
Yep.
Dude, you ever worry a little bit why your freaking bill is so high when we're talking about our cell phones?
Yeah,
it's insane,
it's just
dude.
Radio waves. Mint Mobile came along and said, hey, how about $15 a month? Okay, that's kind of crazy. You can get a phone plan for $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. That's unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data for $15 a month. Let's just start there, okay?
That's
so
insane.
Forget the overpriced wireless plans.
Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plan and the monthly bills. And how about the overcharges? It's nutsos. Yeah. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans.
5G network, too.
$15 a month, 5G network.
Yep. And by the way, to get this new customer offer and your new 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/fighter. That's mintmobile.com/fighter. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month. It's so cheap.
That's
insane. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent of $15 a month. New customers on their first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. Look, I need new windshield wiper blades, and I don't know where to go right now.
You gotta go to my friends, the friendliest people when it comes to car parts. We're talking about O'Reilly Auto Parts. They're the best, man. They have thousands of parts, even for your stupid car. Thousands of parts and accessories in stock, either in store or online. If they don't have it, they might have in the back. You got to talk to them, but also they will order it for you, and it comes that freaking next day. They did for me. Of a 20-year-old truck, they had everything in stock.
They got brake lights. They got, service. Can you get serviced?
Yeah, they got you, man. Whether you're a car expert or a rookie, you'll find the employees at O'Reilly Auto Parts are super knowledgeable, helpful, and best of all, super friendly.
So it's like a one-stop for all things auto do-it-yourself stuff. Can I get tools?
We got you. They got tools. You got everything you need. It's either in the store or online. Just stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today. Visit them at O'ReillyAuto.com/fighter. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/fighter.
Damn.
The champ zooming in.
There you have
from sunny AZ.
Yep.
Now, just like most fighters, not too in tuned with the entire card.
No, a lot of fighters are like, don't care enough.
Because like he's consumed with his career and so most fighters, if you especially prelims, are like, what?
Well, I mean,
he said, is that this
Cowboy
weekend?
Was that way all the time. Cowboy Cerrone, I'd be like, let me ask you a question about this. He goes, I don't even know who that guy is. I was like, you don't know? He goes, I don't watch him.
No, even when we were racing together, Jay brought it up on his phone, or Casey did. He was streaming the Francis and Joshua fight. And Cowboy's like, who's fighting? I'm like, Francis and Anthony Joshua. He goes, damn, they're fighting boxing? I was like, yeah.
That's amazing.
What do you mean?
He does not care.
And I was like, he went to decisions. Most people think he beat Fury. He's like, damn, that's wild. I'm like, holy shit, you have no clue. He just doesn't, he's in a different world.
Yep. That's just the way it is. But
if you want like straight up picks and breakdowns, you call like Luke Thomas, Chael Sonnen.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what you want,
yes.
We can find that for you.
Yep.
Those guys give you. But Suga's, I mean, his fight against Merab is going to be sick.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
excited about that. I'm excited, and I have Sugar in that fight, too.
Yeah, it's going to be a great fight.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jim, what do you got, buddy?
First one is shout out to our guy, Jelly, who was just here.
Jelly Roll.
So this is the second year in a row at the CMTs where everything that he was nominated for, he won.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he gave the mothership a shout out.
Yep.
So cool.
Wow.
He gave
I'm going to go party on 6th Street and you can catch me at the mothership.
Wow.
And these kids, juvenile detention center, he's just a great freaking human being.
And he won all 3, right?
Yeah.
What a great guy.
For I need a favor.
He's crushing it. And then tonight, he is the guest coach on
American Idol. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Your favorite show,
My
Brendan?
favorite show. Watched it last night. I don't like top 25. When there's a band behind them, it overpowers their voices.
Really?
I don't enjoy when the band's behind them.
Okay.
I wish there was no band.
You
I
like it
wish
just when they're just...
that's how we know who's the best. Because the band, they can, it's a catchy song. You're like, all right, kind of sounds like that.
Yeah.
The band overshadows them. I don't like it. Yeah, I kind of tune out. My favorites, the build up to get to the 25. 25, I'll zone in and out. But when Jelly's on there, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
In other news and country music, this kind of sucks, but Morgan Wallen, he was arrested at he was arrested in front of a Nashville bar because he apparently threw a chair over the balcony near police
He
officers.
said he started laughing.
Yeah.
Look at him. Is that his mugshot? Because that's fantastic. He looks so friendly. He looks like Boston at the baseball game. They just look so friendly.
He's great.
And he was in the backseat of the car, the police car, and you could see like them laugh. The police was outside laughing. He was laughing.
Yeah, I mean,
He probably just, like,
he
messing
didn't hurt
around,
anybody.
yeah.
He'll be fine. He's a wild boy.
Yep.
I mean, not really. You know. He's one of my faves, though.
Definitely. This is the video that Suga Sean was talking about. There's music in the background, so I won't play it, the music, but then you can see this is the car.
Wow.
So Adin Ross is pretty popular, B, right? He makes a ton of money streaming, like stupid money. So he gifted Suga this pink car.
With hydraulics.
Now, this is where my head goes,
Or
because I know how this stuff goes. So him giving Suga that car, the way it's modded and all the custom, you know, it's probably $100,000 car minimum.
Damn.
But who pays the sales tax on that? So when you get a gift, remember,
Yeah.
it's not, the state doesn't care.
Yeah. So it
Like
costs
somebody has to pay the sales
costs about
tax.
10 grand.
Yeah. Which is still a great gift.
Or
Even if it was 50 grand, it's still a great gift. I was asking Suga, hey, did he cover that? So it's completely
"Yeah, yeah,
free?
it's a good
Or
He didn't even know.
because we're on prices, right? When a new car. Yeah, but you got to pay the sales tax.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Come on down, new car. Because most people are like, I don't have 10 G's for this stupid Corolla I just
Yeah.
won, you know?
Bought you a $25 million house. Okay, but that's going to cost me 25
Yeah.
grand a month
Yeah.
in taxes,
Yeah.
sir. Literally, like,
And this one's for Brian. So this is Damon Jackson's UFC fighter. He just won over the weekend.
He had your
But-
hair before.
Yep.
Now look at him.
no fucking
Yeah. And
way.
I thought this was like almost
Wow.
impossible to do, but he looks great now.
What in the good God?
If that's not a sell for you to do it, I don't know what
I'll
is.
tell you what.
Look, went from a 4 to a solid 8. Look at his
Brandon
hair.
says he's a 4. That's messed up. I don't think he's a 4 in the beginning.
He's a bona fide stud now.
So sometimes though, he's got the kind of hair that does well with a hair transplant. You have to have certain
You're
hair.
making an excuse.
I could take some from
just-
up here.
No, they
thought-
don't need to do
yeah.
that, B. With the turkey stuff, they don't need any of that.
What do you mean?
Dude, that's not what they do now. They
take
seed it. No, they
one
do a whole
piece-
thing.
Yeah, one after
They
another.
they shave it down, then there's dots everywhere.
No, they take one follicle at a time.
With skin. I saw the procedures.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like pluck it out with the skin and then
could do
put
it.
it back in.
I'd probably just do it here.
Can they not figure it out in LA? Do we have to go to Turkey?
We can do it in
Can you
LA.
give us a deal here? Even Tijuana.
No, we can do it in
Oh,
LA.
get
I'm
in
going to go
Tijuana.
talk to a guy.
You don't need it.
Thank you. I love you.
Hey,
I love her.
we all love you. Do it.
Guys are like,
To
"You
say
look
you
awful."
don't need
Girls
it-
are like, I don't give a shit.
They're too nice.
I'm going
But
with the ladies.
I would do it, right? It can't hurt.
My friend said that there's this gay guy who goes, God, Bryan Callen is so sexy. There's
Oh.
something about him. And I was like, a gay dude likes me at 57? Daddy doing something right.
I'd have to see this guy. Because if he's like a fat slob, then it's like, all right.
No, I think he's super hot. I don't know.
You have no clue.
He's 25. I don't know.
If he's a little twink, like 19 or something,
Yeah, I'd be like, really? Thanks, dude.
what else you got, Jen?
All right, so I've shown you Teslas before, but let me know. You don't like them, but what do you think of this one? This is from JT Forged or JTX Forged.
What, they tricked it out?
No,
They slammed it, put some rims on it, like
slammed
it.
it, and then put giant,
What does slammed it mean?
like
Lowered
lowered it, and then put giant gold rims on it.
But wait, that's a Prius, you said?
No, Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh, that's a Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah,
Dude,
I mean, come on, dude.
hey, bro.
You can't deny it.
B.
Chen, I don't know how many times you're gonna do this and
come
be a
on.
fucking cuck.
It's gonna happen.
That
Hey,
thing
come
is
on, B.
awful.
Oh my
That
God, are you
thing's
serious?
disgusting.
B, that
First
you-
of all,
that doesn't even pick up radar.
That could be a Dodge Viper. If it's slammed, it's stupid. Let alone a fucking Tesla truck, which I hate in the
Well, you
first
don't want
place.
to lower a truck, right? That kind of defeats the purpose. But
You do if you're a moron.
But B, that thing tricked out, bro. You don't like those gold rims, bro? You're being a hater and just for whatever.
All right, so this is a little older, but I just saw it on popping up online. This is Theo. Someone found Theo on.
Yeah, Theo's had the
Nashville.
truck, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I did.
Anyway,
Got off of work, man. And I'll be listening to your podcast every day, dog. Hey, you the real one, man. What's going on?
anyway.
Yeah, Theo has a video of him. He picked up this kid. He's like this little singer. Him and Theo are jamming in the car.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty cute.
It's like a young YouTuber.
yeah, he can
dude.
sing too. It's fun.
Here's the last one for me. This is Max Fennel, and then he saw like a donkey,
So cool.
like that just somehow got with a group of elk, and then Hold on, let's see if it plays.
The elk took him in as one of their own.
You guys hear any of this stuff?
They might just think he has Down
That's
syndrome.
So great. That
The
is
other elk
so
might just think it's a
great.
Down syndrome elk, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or maybe he's just a hoofed animal that they just get along with.
They're like, yeah, you can chill.
That's
him, right?
hilarious.
That was me in elementary school. It was me and all black guys,
Yeah,
and they just took me in
they took you in.
because we both had feet. That's what this is like.
And they're just all bouncing right here.
Yep. Why can't we all get along? Look at them. He looks fine.
It sucks if you're hunting and you shoot and you hit the donkey.
He's being just a good old
You're
donkey.
not gonna eat that.
No. They said
But that was
he's been.
pretty cool.
His name is Diesel. They lost their donkey a while back.
They say he's been out there since 2019. He's probably enjoying life with
Yeah,
his homies.
hell yeah. His name is Diesel. He's been out there for like.
I bet they're mean to him. Let's take a little break, B, because this episode of Fire and the Kid with Suga Sean is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Let's face it, insurance can be overwhelming. There's a lot to figure out, but you know who makes it easy? Progressive Insurance. They do the hard work of comparing rates so you can find a great rate that works just for you. Even if it's not with them, they still want you to see what's going to save you the most money. Give their nifty comparison tool a try, and you might just find getting the rate and coverage you deserve super easy.
Yeah, just go to Progressive's website and get a quote with all the coverages you want, like comprehensive and collision coverage or personal injury protection. Then you'll see Progressive's direct rate, and their tool will provide options for other companies all lined up and ready to compare. So it's simple to choose the rate and coverages you like.
Press play on comparing auto rates. Quote at progressive.com to join over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. Progressive Insurance. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Well, you're probably wondering why my sweatshirt seems to make my neck look so thick. My shoulders seem to go on for days. Is that what you were thinking? Why it looks so
Kind of.
crisp? Yeah. It's called True Classic.
You do look nice. Is that their crew neck? Is
This
that the
is their
Army Green crew neck?
Yeah,
I love the crew
love
necks.
it. My go-to. It's my
Crew
go-to.
necks, they got hoodies, they got freaking joggers, they got jeans, and then of course they have t-shirts. We wear their shirts nonstop. It's our
Nonstop.
favorite shirt.
And their sweatshirts.
They got variety packs. You can try any of their stuff. Their fancy sweaters, their joggers, their hoodies, their button-ups, their jeans. You can get 25% off when you shop right now with the link trueclassic.com/fighter. And they have the best
But
of
they got
the best.
10 fresh colors in their classic crew neck, V-neck, and polo styles too.
And
10.
spring's here, man. They got fresh colors. So you guys look fresh.
You got to look fresh. You look
gotta look fresh.
You pop against the backdrop of anywhere you are, okay? So if you're ready to upgrade your closet right now, these are the kinds of shirts and clothing that accentuate the parts of your body you want to show off and hide the parts of your body you don't want people to see. Upgrade your closet right now. There's the exclusive link, trueclassic.com/fighter. Save up to 25% your first order. And I promise you, 2024 will be your most comfortable year yet if you start getting some True Classic in your closet.
They're the best. Trueclassic.com, promo code FIGHTER.
So I know you guys aren't big basketball people, but we would be remiss if we don't talk about the game tonight. A number one seed going up against a number one seed. 6'4" Purdue star Zach Adai is going up against 7'2" UConn Donovan Clingan. It should be a great match.
No, the 7'2" guy's on Purdue.
No, 7'4" is on Purdue. Zach is 7'4".
Oh, you said 6'4".
Sorry.
Yeah,
7'4".
they have a 7'4" dude on Purdue. Here's what's wild. He's 7'4". He scored like 40 points. He's not going to sniff the NBA.
What?
Isn't that wild?
What?
He might be a second-round pick, but most people think his game doesn't translate. That's how hard the NBA is. He's 7'4", and they're like, we're good.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
He's just not coordinated enough, or
I mean, he's coordinated. It's just his game won't translate.
can I see him?
He's a big, tall white boy.
4 from Purdue.
White guy.
Yeah.
Just a giant white guy.
That's it?
7'4".
Yeah, Zach Adai.
You're that tall and you're not even
I
playing.
mean, he'll play overseas or something. Maybe be in the, the lower levels, but he's
For
21.
sure.
He's enormous.
This game's going to come all down to guard play and whose bench can contribute more.
Man, I just don't give a
looks
fuck about
Asian.
college
I
basketball.
know.
It's just not. But that's what made the women's basketball championship better is like they had an actual superstar. The way the NBA works, like these kids are like, the starting team for Oklahoma Thunder are younger than the starting five at Kentucky. So you know what I'm saying, B? I know you're zoning out.
No, I'm listening.
The starting five for the Oklahoma Thunder, who are studs, are younger than the Kentucky Wildcats team, the University of Kentucky. That's how young they. So the superstars, they're either one and done or they're going overseas. The big boys aren't in college.
Oh man,
it's not good.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Did you see that the women's national soccer team played the 40 and over men? Some 40 and over men's league, and the 40 and over men's league beat them 11-0. They just stopped the game.
Wait, but there was a 40 and over. Were they like pros?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Makes sense. But they just, after 11-0, they just stopped the rev.
But why do they keep doing this to themselves?
I don't know.
Like, you remember when they played the 16-year-olds in high school and they beat the shit out of them?
15 and under.
15 beat the
best
shit out of
team
them.
in the country.
But why do they keep?
5-0.
What do they think? Who's setting this up?
Because Megan Rapinoe thinks that she should get paid as much as any man.
Oh, she's the worst, and she's a cunt.
You're not
too.
good.
She's so mean.
You're just not. You're
Yeah,
not close to as good as even bad.
She's nasty.
You're not as good as a good high school soccer player.
You got that?
You have to shut up.
I don't try to make a point. You're not even good. Yeah,
like-
but I don't know why they do it to themselves.
Because apparently,
Like nobody else. I bet the rest of the team's like, we don't want to do it. We don't give a shit. Why are we playing these 40-year-olds? Megan set this up. You know, and then they get their ass whooped.
just
Way to go, Megan.
they stopped. They were like, we just.
She's like, we had them. I don't. Yeah.
No.
Like, just do your thing. Don't try to beat all these guys.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit?
You had somebody who was a woman fighter try to take you down, right?
Yeah.
Quite seriously said, I think I can take you down. And you were like,
Bad idea.
are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I could take you down. And
Yep.
you're like,
Bad idea.
that's not going to happen.
No. Only one way to learn.
Well, there's only one way to learn, but you can learn quick. Now, if I worked at it, as a dude, I can take you down probably because you haven't trained much now. And
Not a chance.
oh,
Your feet are fucked up from leaving your baby in the car.
once my feet heal up,
No.
what?
No. What else you got, Jid?
I'll take you down eventually.
Okay. Well, Joe Rogan had podcaster comedian Coleman Hughes on the podcast.
Coleman's not a comedian; he's just a thinker.
Well, he refers to himself as one, I guess. But he apparently said The View is a rabies-infested hen house because when Coleman was on The View, they were like challenging a lot of his opinions and making it super uncomfortable for him. I think we can play the clip
Yeah, I love it.
This one here?
or the top one of Joe.
Yeah, I saw you on The View.
Yeah, yeah. So that's been overwhelming my past couple days.
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
annoying?
No,
No?
no. I mean, it's just when I was on there, I really had no idea how it was going to land with the audience. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true.
They get so much hate watching and
Yeah.
hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies infested hen house.
And at the same time, it seemed like the most interesting part was their audience seemed to be on my side.
Yes.
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 And that's their audience.
yes.
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't know if you've ever seen audiences before for TV shows, but there a lot of them are paid. They're paid to be there.
Yeah, this is an interesting thing with Sonny, who says, you know, and he was saying, I'm not saying that race isn't a factor. I'm saying, what do we do about it? And you're making it a much bigger factor than by making it a factor, you're not making it better. You know, Coleman Hughes is a very smart
I
guy.
haven't listened to that one.
Yeah, he's a very smart guy. Coleman was a jazz musician. He was studying to be a jazz musician for a long time.
How
He's a
old
very
is he? He
thoughtful
looks
guy.
young.
Young, very composed, very intelligent. Started out as a dyed-in-the-wool liberal. Started reading Thomas Sowell. Thomas Sowell is a black intellectual who is... he's
28.
Yeah, he's brilliant. But Thomas Sowell, he wrote if you read every one of Thomas Sowell's books, you're going to come out with a very different idea of race in America. Thomas Sowell grew up in Harlem. He's a towering intellect, and anyway,
What's this, Jid?
he's unflappable.
Well, WrestleMania was this weekend, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Big ending
Yep,
last night.
yep.
Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and The Rock showed up again.
Yep, The Rock shows
Cena
up.
showed
John
up.
Cena was there?
The Undertaker showed up. Come on.
It's great stuff. I've watched some of this. I love it.
They were pulling out. I mean, Lil Wayne
paid
came
for the
out and
pay-per-view?
sang.
No, but I've watched some of it on social.
It's okay to admit you like wrestling.
It's great.
I didn't see.
It's
And
great. It's
they
high
had
theater.
they had 2 nights, right? They did
Yes.
a Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I feel like the UFC should have done that. This card's so good. So like Tsarukyan and Charles Oliveira should be 5 rounds.
Okay.
So they could have done that on Saturday and then Sunday do the main card. Like there should be a ton more 5-round fights on that card. Split
I
up 2
like
nights, that'd
splitting
be
it.
sick.
Yeah, but some of the guys fought both nights. That's brutal.
In WWE,
Yeah. Come on.
I mean, perform both nights.
Okay.
Yeah, different than UFC. Like UFC, you couldn't
course.
fight on Saturday, fight on Sunday.
Of course. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was that one.
Are you a WWE gal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total nerd. I heard Cena's music and I jumped like you wouldn't believe.
It was funny because the Boston's coach is like, hey, so we're gonna practice Saturday at 4, and the other coach is like, oh, it's WrestleMania night, dude. And I was like, what? He's like, it's WrestleMania night, and we got a whole thing, man. So we're not gonna make it. And I was like, oh shit, this is a big deal. Like it's like their Super Bowl, right? It's a big deal.
It's big.
Yeah, this dude was like, I ain't coming to practice.
Logan fought. He won. He defended his
He's
title.
fucking good.
Yeah.
God, he's athletic.
Prime was the sponsor of On the
Jesus.
Ring.
Unbelievable, man.
And the Rock won too.
The Rock won the first night. He pinned Cody Rhodes. The second night, he came out to help his cousin, Roman Reigns. But it didn't work because The Undertaker chokeslammed him.
Oh god damn it! Hate to see it.
He did? Fuck.
Wild. You know what? I like it.
So do I. I'm
Yeah,
saying
people
I'm
love
mad.
it. To each their own. It's a massive audience.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, we got 2 Kanye ones. So we talked about how his wife is dressing. Guys, this is literally pantyhose. These are not pants, they're pantyhose. She has her purse there to cover her hoo-ha, and the butt is fully out. Like, why? What is happening here?
I don't have a problem with it.
She doesn't look very, she just looks like she's being,
Told what to do.
yeah, that doesn't look like somebody who's that empowered. She's on,
She looks
5 inches of
terrified
cork.
there. She looks terrified right there.
Yeah.
yeah, and he's just in the mood to be weird as usual, just to do whatever it takes to trend.
Those tits won't stop though, right?
They, I'm going to be honest with you. One of the best ways to
it's
describe those tits.
distracting.
One of the best ways to describe those tits is
Don't stop,
they
can't
won't
stop.
stop.
Those won't stop.
Those tits won't stop, can't stop. And I'm just saying.
And look at Kanye
But-
just staring, just taking them in right now.
She looks, yeah,
Hey, that's
like-
your girl, man. You can see them whenever you want.
yeah. She looks like she's being held captive, and I just don't know what's going on there.
Guys, also, it's cold out. Look at, he's got
Last night
sweatpants
was
and a
cold.
hoodie on.
Last night
That's
was
a fair
very cold.
point. It is freezing. He's in full winter
She'll
gear.
be cold and like it. Apparently, her toes are way over those cork
I
heels.
hate that. I'm glad you noticed
So
that.
he's into foot binding. Her feet are bound up.
Yeah, it's
The whole
not
thing is
good.
just. I get when feminists go, "What the fuck is going on here?" But that's what everybody looks at. That's what makes money. She can sell a lot of shit just by being that person somehow.
Yeah.
Those are pantyhose.
You know, at least she's hot. Like
Harsh.
sometimes people do this and they're not.
She's all the hot.
yeah,
She's hot.
yeah. It's just like him pulling up in a Lamborghini. That's all
Yeah,
he's doing.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But
But
it's like
that's a
you-
good point by Sanaz. It was freezing last night.
Yeah, well, he's
And she's like, "You're just gonna wear the North Face winter gear, and I'm in this." He's all, "That's exactly what we're doing."
yeah, he's showcasing. She's a mantelpiece.
Yeah.
At this point, she's not even a girlfriend or a person. She's just an art exhibit.
Property.
It's his art exhibit. It's his art exhibit that he's dressing her.
He probably got her a hot cocoa when they got in there and some calamari.
I would hope so. But he's also making her all about him. Like
Dude.
he's just like, this is what happens when you date a
Narcissist.
major narcissist. He goes beyond narcissism. Like he's just out of his mind.
That's assuming she doesn't want to do this.
Yeah.
It could be her idea.
Blink twice if you're
'cause
okay.
It's making her world famous.
Exactly.
She's world famous, and it'll make her
Have
rich.
you ever heard of her before Kanye started doing
No.
this? Never.
It'll make her rich in one way or another. Guaranteed. She will be very wealthy. She can do a product
She can
line.
get those impossible tits off the screen.
Her tits just don't quit.
They're falling everywhere.
Another Kanye is an ex-employee at the Donda Academy is suing him for a ton of weird things. Apparently, he was threatening to shave kids' heads, going on to say Hitler was a great guy and that Hitler's the reason why we have cars, then attacking like the Jews, calling them greedy, and then even going so far as to saying gay people are not true Christians and gay people are controlled by Bill Gates so that they don't have children for population control.
Really?
I don't even understand what that means.
I think he says a lot of
That's a
shit to
lot.
trend. I really think he says a lot of shit to trend. Is this a leaked audio?
The leaked audio, and this is from Kanye?
This is from 23 though.
You mean a year ago?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, play it.
Who gives a shit?
We're a couple of gossipy gossipers.
Sounds like a song.
I can't hear anything.
Saying I'm not anti-Semitic, I just fucked a Jewish bee. That's what I heard.
Yeah, well, all right.
But yeah, dude.
was
He
not
said he's
leaked.
going to put kids in cages at the Donda Academy.
But that's
too.
according to this kind of crazy guy suing him. It's on TMZ. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to pile on Kanye right now.
Correct.
This random guy. It's like this people piling on John Jones right now. Like, yes, I know they're easy targets, but you got to filter out some of this chaos.
Correct. Well said. Well said.
I'm not
Schaub.
condoning anything he's doing. I'm just saying this guy's probably just looking for money.
Yeah. Didn't P. Diddy's son get sued, or what, did he get arrested?
I think he's getting sued for something, right?
Sexual harassment or assault.
They keep showing P. Diddy having just the time of his life out there in Florida.
Uh-huh.
Riding bikes, sucking dick.
Sean Diddy Combs named in lawsuit accusing his son of sexual assault.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what happens with him.
I don't either.
We won't hear for a hot second, though.
The younger Combs was accused of assault, battery, and sexual assault and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Never
Okay.
good.
Some people
House of
weather
Cards.
it, other people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has enough money to weather a lot of it
Yeah.
until the feds get some real shit.
Yeah.
And then no money can help you out.
No. If it's a federal case and it's real.
Yeah. Could be in some trouble there.
Yeah.
What else you got, Jen?
What do you want to do?
Let's do this one. So this is some graphic footage. It's body cam footage from a cop in Oklahoma. They were trying to evict this gentleman out of his home, and he did not want to go. So he just decided, I'm
Was
going
he
to
a
set myself
squatter
on.
or it was his house?
No, it was his house. And he's like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set myself on fire.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God. He's doing that new-
All right.
This poor guy.
Here's the gas can.
He died, huh?
I don't.
You got to cover him, man, with you got to cover him with fucking a blanket, guys. You
just
got to. That cop should know that. She's not well trained. That
That's
cop
what
went
I
like this, oh no, and panicked. That's not what you're paid for. You should fucking cover him in a blanket. He's obviously not of his right mind. Damn it.
He did not want to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's end it there because it's going to be a long-ass pod.
One more. Why don't I end on somebody burning to death?
You want the Jared Carmichael you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gerard.
There you go. Gerard.
I mean, this is what we've heard for so long, guys. Chappelle has to apologize almost for everything he says now. And Gerard Carmichael is literally now asking for a public apology over, like, Chappelle's trans critiques and ideas.
Gerard
And
saying
jokes.
that?
Does he really think Dave Chappelle's going to do that? This is more of a PR play.
I
to
think
get-
so, too.
yeah. Oh, and he has the Esquire magazine out? Crazy.
Yeah.
It's just never happening.
I just think what happened to letting, like, look, life is tragic enough as is. Let comedians make it funny and go on, let them do their jobs.
Yeah, well, I always loved Gerard. So when I knew him, when he was young and beautiful and special, and he's a special human, I don't know. I don't know what happens with
Gerard
things in
says
life.
the fact that Dave allegedly mocked him over that proves just how difficult it is to be openly gay in the modern era, despite Dave allegedly trying to downplay it. This alleged comment from Dave does not appear to have been made publicly.
Well,
It's just not happening. It's like a PR move. He gets him in the news. He has a magazine out.
yeah.
Dave's never going to apologize.
No.
Yes.
Dave doesn't notice those
No.
things, I don't think.
If he would apologize, it'd be during the whole Netflix fiasco.
Yeah.
It was going to affect him monetarily.
Is he? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, guys, come see me. I'll be at the Brea Improv April 19 and 20 and the Bricktown Comedy Club, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, April 26 and 27. Come and get some. I'll be there. And that's about it.
All right, kids, love you. We might, if we do a companion, we'll announce it. You'll see it. But UFC 300 this Saturday. All right, kids, love you.
Look, sometimes your dick game isn't where it should be.
It's not up to
okay.
par. And you know what? A lot of people on the streets are talking. They go to the gas station. They get those weird shots with the Rhino
Enjoy
10,
that.
30,000.
Enjoy that hard on that won't go away for
2 years.
2 years.
I took one. I've had a boner for 2 years, and I'm lightheaded.
Not a good idea.
I wish there's something healthy, natural.
Joy mode.
Oh, tell
Joy
me more.
mode. Let me explain something to you. This is science-backed stuff. It's kind of a pre-workout for sex, basically. It gets your the joy mode is a natural science-backed sexual wellness product. Okay, it is basically a sexual performance booster.
It's
Okay.
healthy for you. Even if you don't want to, get with your girl, just take it in the morning.
Stimulates blood vessel function, all kinds of stuff. It's got arginine, nitrate,
flow.
L-citrulline. I don't know what any of that stuff is. All I know is that these best-in-class scientists and biochemistries with PhDs have figured it out. So give it a shot. Blood levels, blood vessel and endothelial tissue health. I like sound like a doctor.
Yeah, you're losing
general
us. You're losing
cardiovascular
us.
heart health goes up. Athletic performance in and outside the gym. Healthy blood pressure.
It doesn't have the side effects like all those crazy prescription drugs for your wiener. It's actually healthy for
It
you
helps
overall.
your erectile function.
So if you're ready to spice things up and boost your sexual performance in the sack and do it naturally without all the nasty prescription drugs. Side effects, forget about it. We have a special offer for your wiener. All you got to do is go to usejoymode.com/fighter or enter the code fighter at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's usejoymode.com/fighter for 20% off your first order. Thanks, Joy Mode.
Thank you.